he defended the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the welterweight Championship of the world, right? Of the world. He probably made more money than Ash is making right now. Okay, is that right? Right? He made a shed load of money, and I mean a big shed, right? Okay, a shed load of money. Not a mark on his face. Not a mark on his face. Because he did what we've just done. He spent 95% of the fight was this. Okay? Yep, 95% was saying, what are you going to do? Okay? He's like, yeah, what are you going to do? That's what he's doing there. And then he went, boom, low kick every now and again. Boom, jab every now and again. He won the UFC Championship. Made a shed load of money, not a mark on his face. Okay? Surely that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yes? Guys, there's a lot of people fighting this weekend. There's a lot of people from Renegade fighting this weekend. They're going to come back next week. Their eyes are going to be over here. The nose is going to be over here. And they made no money. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? Go back with your partner. Creativity. Building into a 1-2 or a jab roundhouse. Let's go. Simple. Okay? This is what I expect. Okay? That's what I expect. Yep? The hot chocolate. Okay, guys, I'm still going to need smokers in the next room. I'm going to need ropes on this mat. I'm going to need big people to stay with big people.
Fabian getting trying to do a video for Lammy here. Lammy's like the guy, he's editing for everyone, all the YouTube guys at the minute, and you got Fabian coming through completely naked and thinking, what the fuck am I doing? Talk about that guy now. Fabian, his fight, he's looking really sharp. He's fighting a dangerous guy, up and comer in Aaron Jeffrey, who's kind of just hitting his mark. Solid opponent. Obviously, Johnny Eblin just fought the other day on the PFL versus Bellator card. He won a really tight fight against the PFL champion in Impa Kasangaway, I think his name is. So Eblin won. He's still undefeated. I think he's 15-0 now. Fabian wins this one. It's going to put him right back in title contention, because honestly, I feel like the way Johnny fought, Fabian can beat him. I know it sounds stupid to say that because Fabian just lost to him, but yeah, he can beat him. He didn't look very good in that fight, so I think if Fabian was to win in impressive fashion in this one, it makes sense to run that fight back, because Fabian was giving Johnny some good problems. So he's looking good today. His sparring was, as usual, pretty smooth. He used Mikey. I think he split Mikey open as well, so Mikey left the cage with a bandage on his head. And outside of that, keep working 2-3 more weeks of proper training, then it's their weight cut and fight. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there on the fight. I'm getting married on the same day, and the lads decided they wanted to fight and miss out on all of that. Lammy even decided to not come to my wedding and cancel as being my photographer, so I'm using his mate instead. And yeah, I wish them all the best. I'm not going to be there for the glory, but I think this is going to be where they're going to have their best performances. I think it's going to be a masterclass by both Team and Fabian, and it's going to be a good night for Team Renegade.
That's 10 positions, him on the back foot.
He's a real good team member, and that's really important at Renegade, because that helps bring the team along. Tim obviously is at a lower weight division, Fabian at a higher weight division, and they're just great work for anybody who's in and around their weight. In terms of the sparring at Renegade, we try and keep it as safe as possible, so we're not a great fan of people getting hit too much. But obviously when they've got fights coming up, they have to build the intensity of the spar. That doesn't mean that people take punishment, it just means that they have to evade those big heavy bombs that are flying around them. And that's the most important thing for Tim and Fabian, because the sparring is where they get their real confidence from and where they can really nail down their game plans moving into fights. The sparring becomes more focused on their game plan now. Obviously both guys are in really good shape, so athletically they're very fast, they're very strong, they've got good stamina. And just the fact that they know they're fighting soon, they know they're fighting in less than 4 weeks, is it? They know that they've really got to switch on and become focused. So you see that different energy when they spar. In terms of this year, I just think both of them need to have a massive year. They need to have a really successful year. I'm really pleased with the work that they've been doing. I'm really pleased with the energy that they're bringing to the gym and how they're both looking to progress and build themselves, because this year is so important for both of them.